Good morning, El Paso. Welcome back. Welcome back to Amp El Paso podcast. Your what is it? Local art. Local art. What would be a good catchphrase for it? Local art and entertainment podcast, maybe. Local artist. Local artist promoting podcast. How's that? Will. Let me try to fix this a little bit because we have a mess here. There's dust everywhere, man. It's one of the perks of living in an adobe house, I think, and also that my door here to where I have my little mic set up. It's one of the perks of that. You know, it's one of the quirks of it. That's why I love my little studio here. Let me try to fix this. I feel like. All right. I don't know. This feels odd for this week for some reason. I can't even hear myself, man. All right. All right. Let's just pull through. How's that? So, man, even this thing, my little windscreen smells like dust. Jesus. Come on, man. Excuse me. Jeez. Horrible already. Please do not leave. This isn't how I usually do this. Please do not leave. Okay, so let's get into it. I think I did talk about this last week, where I went out to do some. I finally decided to kind of go for it, and I actually went and did some open mics. This was last week sometime, like mid-March maybe, before the 18th. I think I talked about it. So this week I did some more over this weekend. I did a few more, and it's still, for some reason, it's still scary as hell to get up there. But I do feel like each time it helps out a little more. And I don't know, it's nice. I mean, it's the audience is cool. I mean, they're they're at bars, so the audience usually is there for the drinks. But we have these guys, actually. I'm going to give a shout out to Rogelio El Charmin Cias. He's the one that organizes the one that I went to at the living room over, if I'm not mistaken, it's 2310 Piedras, the living room lounge there. I also got a chance to speak to the owner there. And first of all, that place, I love the vibe, and it's kind of cool that they're actually doing an open mic there. So it was kind of cool. The first time I did it, it sucked. It was horrible. I think, and I'm not gonna go back through it because I think I already spoke about it. So it was the first time I did it. It was insane. I just bombed like insane. But it was fun. It was still pretty fun. You know, you go up there, and actually our local guys, are guys that are starting out. They're actually really supportive. It's really cool, and they were actually just breaking my balls like as soon as I met them, pretty much. And they're like, "Hey, dude, come on! Like, just you got some good stuff, and just keep coming out, keep doing it, keep working on it." And it is hard to kind of write your stuff there, and I think that's the thing. You got to go up there with an idea, and then you have to kind of already have it worded nicely, and then once you're up on stage, like you could kind of work on a little bit. There's like where I guess where the magic happens, if you want to be a dick about it. That's kind of where it happens, and you can actually, and yeah, I mean, I've heard it from comedians. I love comedians, and I've heard it from comedians all the time that you just have to get, like, you have to put the work in, and you have to go, you have to get on stage, and that's kind of where you develop it and everything. I do have to get into the habit of recording. I've been wanting to kind of set a little timer on my phone, actually set the little recorder while I go up there, but I get so like hyped up, I get so amped up. You know, that's kind of where the name of the fucking podcast came, right? What is it, shameless plug or whatever? But yeah, you kind of get so amped and so nervous and anxious before you're walking up there that you're like, okay, you're in the zone, and then you try to not forget your shit that you wrote. Well, at least that's what happens to me. And then you just kind of space out and you blank, and then it's like, oh well, I forgot to record it. We'll do it the next time. But you kind of get this little familiarity that you're already there, and okay, you start remembering the stuff that you write, and then the next time you kind of throw some other things in there, a few little things. Anyway, I'm not gonna go through the whole process. It's just you got to work at it like anything else. So yeah, it's fun. I'm definitely gonna keep doing it. I like it, and oh man, I can't tell you how good it feels to get back on a stage. It's so cool. I do want to be able to get up on a stage in a different sense, not me like telling like my shitty jokes, because yeah, they're not. I mean, come on, let's face it. I've done this like once, so obviously, I'm not gonna be bragging like, oh, I'm a comedian. Or, I'm not. I'm not a comedian. I'm just an idiot that's up there trying stuff out. And I am actually meeting a bunch of people which are really cool that I actually want to have on here. And that's really kind of. I mean, that's the that was the goal of this podcast. I want to go out there. I want to try something different, and I feel like I have. And since yesterday, like I went to one of the open mics after work, and I just started my job and everything, so it was kind of it was a little bit stressful. Just I'm dealing, I think that happens everywhere. Whenever you get a different job, whether it's anywhere, you kind of get that little stressful. You get thrown a lot of information at once, and then eventually, when you're there for a few months, it's like second nature. Like, oh, I already know how to do this thing and all that. And I'm just in the very early stages, and I'm kind of throwing a lot of stuff out there at myself, really. Like, I mean, I know I'm kind of doing it, but I'm piling on things to my plate. I'm like walking through a buffet line, like the buffet line of my life, I guess. And then I'm just throwing like, hey, let's throw the podcast in there. Let's throw all the housework on there. Maybe we could get some mashed potatoes too. Go do some school, and then do. I was doing. I mean, back in the day when I was a truck driver, it was that's all I had. You just get a whole plate. It's like you're just getting like you're eating a whole pizza by yourself. Let's stick with this food metaphor. Fuck it, who cares? So, being a truck driver, it's like you're just eating pizza all day, every day, whatever, your favorite pizza, and you don't get tired of it. Maybe you do get tired of it, but you're like, hey, it's good. I mean, it's good pizza. And that's kind of how my life was before, I guess. It's just, fuck it, pizza every day. Every day, the same thing. And all the time. Because, being over the road, that's your whole life. It's not just, I mean, it really is like a whole lifestyle. It's not just like a job. And, I mean, if you have any truck drivers like in your life, you probably know that. So, I'm going to try to make this. All right, I already did this metaphor, so let's stick with it and make it work. So, if being a truck driver is like a full-time job lifestyle, is like eating pizza every day, all day, then what my girl calls having a normal life, which is, having like a 9 to 5, which shouldn't be normal. I mean, I get it. That's just, I'm not going to get into it now because I'm already 10 minutes in. All right. So let's just, for the sake of this very specific example. So a normal life, probably one that most of your friends have, is, you have like a job that you wake up early and you hate your life, or you wake up in the morning and you just curse as soon as your alarm goes off, which it's our natural instinct, right? You don't want to get woken up. So you wake up, let's say at 6, tired as hell because you stayed up watching Netflix. And then you go to your normal job, let's say at 8, right? So you wake up, then you go to a job at 8. You stay at your job being that fake person that you have to tell on your resume that you are, and then you stay there until 5, and then at 5 you come home, hating your life because you had a shitty day at work, and then you're tired because you've been at work all day, being like pretending to be someone you're not, and then you just eat a bunch of like bad food, and then watch TV, spend some time with your kids. Personally, I spend some time with my dogs. Lately, I've been doing a lot of work here at home, and then you go to sleep a little too late, and then the next day, hey, it's your cycle starts, right? So that's basically what kind of like a normal life is. So if you want to go back with me, back to that whole metaphor that I had, on that normal path that I'm going, like all I had was just a job, and that's all I was doing. I was getting like, I don't know, I was getting like a piece of steak or a burger. But then now I feel like I'm at a little buffet line, so I have work, and then I've been working on my yard because I'm working on that studio, so that's a couple things on my plate, and the third thing was the podcast. The podcast is what I kind of threw on there, which honestly I'm actually devoting a lot of time to. So I'm glad because I've been wanting. I mean, honestly, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So that's kind of the third thing on my plate. Hey, some chicken nuggets or whatever. There's always chicken nuggets at a buffet, and then school, and then trying to fill out financial aid, and then trying to kind of navigate that crazy like language that they use and all these numbers. And for me, it's really complicated. I don't know. It's always things with school. I'm okay doing like schoolwork, and I've been getting better in terms of studying. It's just getting started, and it's just some of these processes are hard. It's like anything, like getting your license, filling out your tax forms. Financial aid's one of them too, and then filling out classes and going counselors and everything. It's like all these little tests that really nobody. I was never taught about taxes in school. I was never told how to budget and everything. So it's all these things that I was never taught in school. You kind of have to learn them by yourself, and I don't have anybody to teach me that. So I kind of got to learn it, So, like I said, now that I'm living more of a, you could probably call it normal life, I actually like it. I mean, it's nice. I used to love truck driving, don't get me wrong. But I actually like having all of these things on my plate. And yesterday, like I said, it was a pretty crazy day. I worked pretty much all day, and then at night I went out to Crown and Eagle. Is it bar? The Crown and Eagle bar, restaurant bar, and I love the vibe. So I'm gonna keep going back. I do think, and I want to head out to Scenics. I know they also have another open mic, and I know those are on Friday. So I'm gonna just kick myself into gear and just. You know how they say in Spanish, like agarrarte los huevos, and then just do it. Like, ve y hazlo. Just go out, get out, man. And be safe. That's one of the, it's like all these things you gotta kind of watch out for. So, yeah, that's kind of be safe and everything. Oh man, I just realized I posted a thing on Facebook, and this guy that I kind of give hell to on here. I was going to post a picture of my dog because it's one of our memories. And this fucking asshole. This guy that I used to work with. He's being a fucking dick. Alright, whatever, dude, I'll answer it later. I'm going to have to post the whole thing. That way he knows, because that was funny. Okay, anyway. So there's a lot of events actually going on this week. It's really exciting. Personally, the one that I'm really excited for is the official grand opening of fucking Mission Trail Brewery. I'm honestly super excited about that. So I'm gonna go. Let's go into their Instagram, and then let's go to Mission Trail, and then just double check that they do open this week. Grand opening, 3/27. That's when it is. So it's actually not going to be open for the last Thursdays. On the 27th, it's a Saturday. So I think I did check my my schedule for that, my work schedule, and I should be off for that day. I think I work like in the morning or something. So, but I am excited. But they are having. Oh man. Excuse me. Sorry. Was that? I'm trying not to cough. I moved away. All right. I promise. And it's not COVID. It's all this fucking dust, man. We're working on it, right? We're working on it. We are working on it. I just got to get a new door. I got to get a real door. You'll see. Well, actually, you won't. It's whatever. Just I'm working on things. How's that? I'm working on things. Everybody remember that Walking Dead, the Rick, where he's just working on things. That dude's like British, right? And he sounded like, I don't know, like Walker Texas Ranger. He's working on things, stuff, and things. But yeah, that's kind of why there's a mess. There's always like a continual mess, and we're working on it. My girl and I are. She's like, hey, we gotta get this shit together. And I was like, yeah, fix up your fucking room, your office, your storage unit over there. It literally looks like one of those storage units. You guys remember those Storage Wars? It's just shit thrown around, and it's cool because honestly, it's kind of cool because you'll be digging through boxes and find like random cool shit. Obviously, that's why those shows are interesting. But yeah, that's what my girl's doing. And, she's getting better. Not really, but she says she's trying and she wants to like kick herself into gear. So whenever I'm out humiliating myself in front of a microphone, she's here and she's like, you know what? Yeah, I got rid of some boxes. It's weird because she gets rid of like 3 boxes and then 6 more boxes show up. I have no idea how, because we keep throwing shit away. It's like never ending. It's like one of those. Didn't Rick have one of those boxes where it's like bigger inside than it's on the outside? That's what that room is like. It's just insane. So yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody like we're all hoarders, right? Everybody listening to this, I know there's like a room in your house, or there's like a corner in your room maybe, or a closet, and you're just gonna open it and it's gonna look like one of those like 80s sitcoms or TV shows where you open a door and like a bunch of balls come out and then chickens and all this other trash. Just a wave of just crap, really. And yeah, I'm right there with you. I have the exact same thing, except mine is a lot of tools and like spare like building materials, like pieces of shelves and the blinds. And it's just a bunch of just crap, really. Just different kind of crap. Anyway, so all right, my little dog's over here knocking on the door, so I'm gonna have to pause this. How do I don't even remember how to pause it. Jeez. All right, there's it over here. All right, there it is. All right, and I'm back. So, yeah. So yeah, it's funny because I'm gonna start posting some pictures of Duvalin here. He's our little dog, a little pug. Man, this is a gorgeous little dog. And that's actually what my post was on Facebook. That this fucking guy was being a dick with me about. But yeah, this dude, he actually knocks on the door. And he's learning how to knock on different doors. He's like, hey, if I just scratch at the door, and it sounds like he's knocking. Like he'll just push the door in, and it's hilarious. So I'm going to post probably some pictures of him up here. That way he could be oh man, you're so gorgeous. Look at you. Oh, your little ugly face. Las arruguitas, right? All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into all our events for this week. I am also going to start. I already started taking some pictures of my little studio. It used to be, honestly, I don't know what it used to be. It's maybe like a storage room. I think the person that lived here, this house was my great-grandparents' house. Great-grandparents? Yeah. So my great-grandpa, this dude looked like full Indian, right? So that's why I like it. And, that's why my girl and everybody told me, like, hey, you should do that Ancestry 23 than me thing to try to see, like, the percentages of your... And it's very vague. I did it, and It's one of the other things that I have to pile onto my plate to actually kind of research, because it's like anything else. It's like filling out your taxes. It's the same thing. It's like, hey, when were you born, and like what's your credit score and everything. It's like, oh yeah, your blood is so much, and it's very vague. Like I wanted to know what kind. Like, hey, where did my family come from? Like, where's my specific shit? Like tribes, narrow it down to a small area. And the thing that I got from there was like a very broad, like, oh, you're from like Mexico, like you're one of those Indians, like thousands of years ago, like that's where your blood comes from. It's like, yeah, I know, because most of us do, right? What are you gonna tell me? Like I'm human? Like, yeah, you're like 99.999% human. It's like, dude, what the fuck? What's that? Like 0.0001%? What do you mean human? Like, obviously, I'm an alien, right? What is it? That's an immigration joke. I don't know. I'll work on it. Obviously, I gotta work. Obviously, I'm not a comedian, right? All right, so let's get into this. Let's get into the events here because our time is running out. Man, 21 minutes. Okay, so let's see. This is gonna be last Thursday's. Last Thursday's El Paso is gonna be happening. This Thursday. So that's going to be probably the first one that's going to be for this weekend, right? Starting off your weekend. Let's see. Let's go to events. Come on. This week. There it is. Nope, not that one. This week. Excuse me. I'm just burping on my lunch here. Or breakfast. Let's see. Thursday, Friday. Okay, so this Thursday, actually at the comic strip, Greg Romero Wilson is going to be there. They usually do the shows there at the comic strip from Thursday to Sunday. So, oh man, did you just hear my dog? Yeah, sorry. So this Thursday, come on, man. Are you going to, hey, chill. Oh man, I'm going to have to pause. Could I get any more interruptions, right? Man, I'm not going to get through this. I tried to knock this out early. And I have phone calls and text messages, and my neighbors over here doing construction. My dogs are going insane. I just try to knock some shit out early, and just everything goes to hell. Anyway, let's get into these events. Comic Strip is having Greg Romero Wilson this weekend, and usually, like I said, their shows go up until Sunday. Also, we're gonna have last Thursday's El Paso. Let's see. And they're actually going to have a lot of venues this weekend. Let's go on. Let's move right on ahead out here. On Saturday, starting at 5, your weekly pop-up market is going to be the Kaleidoscope pop-up. It's over on 9530 Viscounts over at German Pub. And that's they're starting out with the weather getting nice. These days have been weird, right? We started getting the wind, and it's just been insane. Friday, King Octopus at El Paso Draft House, 1798 George Theater. I know Speaking Rock's bringing back Sancho Villa. They're going to be bringing back some of the Friday night local bands. And that's going to be Back the Rock at Speaking Rock Entertainment Center. And that's Friday at 10 p.m. Let me see. Dead Beach Brewery is also having one. They're going to be opening up their patio. I believe this is the first time they're opening it up this year. And they're also going to have some local bands playing at Dead Beach. They're on their patio. That's Friday, also at 9 p.m. Saturday, I think this is the first time they're back. It's going to be the Northwest Market, the Kenyans at Cimarron. So let's see. Let's go ahead and open that one. I thought I had the address on there, but that's going to be, I believe the street is Cimarron Market. Let's see. 7460 Cimarron Market. And that's actually closer, if I'm not mistaken, to the outlet shops. That's kind of close to there. And that's going to be Saturday morning. Saturday at 10 a.m. 10 to 2. Okay, let's see what else. We're going to have Daniel Villaseñor. This is also Thursday. Thursday, March 26th, last Thursday. And this is going to be more of a classical show. It's going to be 502 North Oregon at 1922 Cocktail Bar. That place is cool as hell, man. They're going to be having half-price wine, half-price charcuterie boards until they close. I might actually go out to this one. What time do they close? Ah, man, 8 p.m. This is last Thursday, so let's see. 6 to 8, Daniel Villaseñor live. So there's going to be pianist. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Reservations are recommended online at 1922ep.com. All wines half off until close, along with half-price charcuterie boards. No cover event. Check this place out. This place is badass. It is seriously a badass place right there. And dress up for it, please. We all should. I know all of our local artists and stuff, whenever I've been to Casa Ortiz, you kind of have to play the part. You have to put some thought into your outfit. And that's probably, I should probably follow my own advice. Especially last night. Again, it was something a little more casual, but just, it's nice to dress out, play the part, have a date night, go out and have a good time. So that's also one of the cool events. This Sunday, Upper Valley's Farmers Market on Mesa, 7930 North Mesa. I think that's the one that's right in front of that Hobby Lobby parking lot. That's the one that's also pretty good. They should have more vendors there. Hopefully, I haven't seen the forecast for this weekend, but hopefully it'll be nice. If not, hey, just take a jacket. You should always be prepared. You could throw a jacket in your car. So yeah, it's gonna be Sunday. That's Upper Valley Farmers Market, and they're gonna be out there on the west side on Mesa Street, Upper Valley Artist and Farmers Market. Let me see. I think that's the ones that are really focused up on artists, really. Let me see, what's this one? March 27th. What is that, Saturday? There's a car show going on. And if you're going to do car shows and car meets, more specifically, I know sometimes a lot of the time they get broken up. So, just don't be a dick. You're not supposed to be, doing burnouts in a place where they're letting you kind of do a meet or a show. One of those shows that I really enjoyed was the Old Germans car show. Old Germans is obviously, well, I don't know if it's obviously, but it's German cars. And the Old Germans kind of applies more to old school Beetles and stuff like that. They have VW buses, Volkswagen Beetles, little carbon Gias. I know one of the Doomsday Guy's buddies, CeeLo, has a thing. It's a badass VW thing. It's drops, and this guy, he's got a cool car, a cool thing. So that's that's really kind of cool about going to all these car shows. And a lot of these people are older gentlemen that they kind of appreciate the details that go into the older cars and stuff. Also, there's going to be wrestling at Tequila's Discotheque on Sunday, like they have, I believe it is every Sunday. Most Sundays, if not every Sunday. So go out and support that right there at Tequila's Discotheque. I'm actually going through here. And, you know what? Today, Rubik's Trivia Night at Rubik's Arcade Bar. Tonight at 9 p.m. So that's today, Tuesday, at 9 p.m. Rubik's. arcade bar. What I was gonna say is I'm noticing that there's a lot of events going on in Juarez. Like just going through here, there's a Gypsy Folk Bazaar, and that's in Adolfo Lopez Mateos, and that's it. They're just gonna have a lot of like local art and stuff. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I think some of the stuff down there is, I don't know, it's a different feel to it. It's very authentic. It's really cool. So eventually, of course, I'm trying to work my way up into where I can do some stuff with them, and then just something a little more alternative. There's a Juarez drag project. I don't know what pronunciation to give it. Juarez drag project. And that's at Dalai Club. So there's a bunch of events down there too. There's another one, Impetuosa Cerveceria Border. Like I don't even know if that's here or in Juarez. Let's look that thing up. And that's also Thursday at 5:30. Let's see where it's at. Impetuosa, cupo limitado, reservación, cervecería. So where is it? Tell me where it's at. See, this one's in Juarez. Yep. Plaza Comercial Henry Dunant. And they have a picture of their beer here. And it's cool. I got to look these guys up earlier or later. That way I could probably post some stuff on AMP. But see, that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, I know a lot of people when we were like in high school and stuff would go across the border to party mainly, go get drunk out there because drinking age over there is 18 over there, I think, right? So I mean it's legal, and then you just come back all shit faced, and people, from what I've heard, I never really did it. I started really kind of drinking a little later, but yeah, I mean that's what I've always heard, that you could be able to drink out there and have a good time, and get really wild, honestly, from the stories that I really heard, and then just come back and then go to school the next morning or whatever. But yeah, and then like there's a cyclist meet in Juarez, a critical mass, Juarez Marzo, right? So there's a lot of these cool things that happen here across the border with our brothers and sisters over here, and very artistic. And they actually, I mean, and honestly, they put up some badass concerts. What was it last year? They brought that DJ Steve. What is it? Aoki? Steve Aoki? I think it's Steve Aoki. And they had one of my favorite bands that I used to listen to a lot on the radio was the Tejano group, Intocable. And they've brought Molotov. Did they bring Café? No, probably Café Tacuba. No, but they brought Molotov. I think Panteon Rococo was already broken up. I think they did come actually down there before they broke up. And they just have these badass like concerts down there. And honestly, come on, we're a border town, so chances are you listen to some of their music. I mean, that Give Me the Power. Control Machete. We're just so heavily influenced by each other. That's the whole thing of Selena, right? We're in the border town. No somos de aquí ni de allá, but somehow we're from both places for some reason. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Eventually, maybe get a little studio down there too, and then kind of jump back and forth, or just, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not gonna give you my idea, not that it's a good idea, but honestly, it's hard. You're gonna have to put the effort. But anyway, I have a lot of plans and I'm getting scatterbrained, so I should probably let go here and leave, because I actually gotta go to work. Yeah. Motherfucker has a job. Don't forget to follow. Please share. I need to get more followers, more listeners. I've been meeting a bunch of people. We also have to support, not just with a share and stuff like that, but also go out. Go out and hang out. Be safe. You still have to wear your mask for the most part. I know a lot of people are getting vaccinated. That still doesn't mean we're still in a pandemic. I think It doesn't feel like it anymore, I guess, but we still are in it. I know it's still a thing. So just keep doing it. I mean, you've already been doing it for a while. Just go out, wear your mask. Come on, be on a patio. That's my best advice. be out on a patio. That's kind of where I feel a little bit more comfortable, since the whole open mic thing is something that I'm trying out. I I guess I'm putting myself out there, and it's a risk I'm willing to take. Uh, I think I'm fairly healthy, so hopefully, I mean, my lungs are shit. Every year I just get fucking sick. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I'm pretty. Yeah, I think I did get COVID, and like months ago, um, like in October or somewhere around there, and it honestly wasn't too bad. Like I just felt like shitty for a couple days, and actually beat it. And yeah, I mean, it was weird. So I have no idea. I mean, there's some people that just get it, and it just kicks your ass, and it just depends, man. So obviously, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want anybody to get sick. So I'm not gonna try to make people uncomfortable. It's like, hey, you know what? Take the high road. I'm not gonna be. Hey, take off your mat. Hey, no, I'm not. Just don't be a dick. I'm not gonna put myself in that situation, right? I don't care. But I do worry if you're standing so close to me, even before COVID. Like, hey, just back off a little bit, okay? So don't forget to follow on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at AmpEPTX. The email is ampeptx@gmail.com, and the YouTube channel is Amp El Paso. That is AmpEPTX on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Amp El Paso on YouTube. Go ahead and give me a follow, a like, and a share, please. I desperately need it. And yeah, let's keep highlighting those local artists. We'll be back. I'll be back next week.